thought you might want to watch Mabel come back from alignment. She just had her, whoa, there we go. Camera needs alignment. Hey there. Some camera issues. Take off the, I have her on a gimbal stabilizer, but the batteries are gone, so that's it. So how did it go over there?
Went good. Went real well.
Did you have to point out, do this, do that?
Not too bad. They hadn't seen the red 9 front end.
Oh yeah, I figured that might be a mystery to them.
But he said it was a very good suspension setup up front.
Great.
Very easy to work with.
Nice. She didn't bite them?
Huh? She
didn't bite them or anything?
Nah, she didn't bite them. She played pretty.
That's good.
She played good. She was a good girl.
You guys ever seen the winch work? This is pretty cool. Oh, and this is RC for any of our new viewers. Hey there.
Hey everybody.
And we've got our Timmy named Gray. It's a hard-working kid.
It's the kind we like.
Yeah. You guys know about our Timmy program? Oh, we're on live. It's a Periscope thing.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah.
it's pretty cool. So we'll get actual like questions and stuff. So the Timmy program is our internship program here at Air Cooled Customs. And basically, what is the first tool you get when you show up as a Timmy?
Well, I brought work gloves.
All right, work
And those
gloves.
were
That's
very
probably
useful.
smart.
Yep.
You get a broom or a sawzall
Yeah,
usually,
they
right?
They give you a broom. I haven't gotten the sawzall yet.
Okay, yeah, that's
Looking forward to
that's advanced.
it. They did give me a weed eater.
Oh, good. All right, yeah, weed eater. So basically, with the Timmy program, you show up, you work, usually outside doing kind of not the greatest, certainly not the most glamorous jobs on the
Timmy
shop,
work.
the Timmy work. And if you want to know why we call it Timmy, you have to look up on YouTube, look for the Dinosaurs show, and do a little search for Timmy. We're gonna need another Timmy. And there's Spook. So if you're just joining us, this is Miss Mabel, the 1959 Beetle Ragtop that is going out to Vegas to be in the Ultimate VW Build-Off. And the rules for the contest were pretty easy. There were only 3 of them. One is $20,000 limit on parts, and we're well under. What are we looking at?
Probably about 13.
About 13,000
In parts.
in parts. That does not count
Yeah,
labor, which would be
that way as well.
wow, a lot more.
Just from looking at it this way.
The vehicle has to have started its life as an
I've got the
air-cooled
brake off already,
vehicle,
and it's in neutral.
and you have 1 year to build it. So, beautiful Miss Mabel. Unfortunately, it's a little cloudy today, so you can't even begin to see how gorgeous this car is. But that is our entry into the Ultimate VW Build-Off, and she's just come back from getting an alignment. She's got a front suspension by Red 9 design, and our alignment folks had not seen that before, so. Glad to have you guys here. If you have any questions, you can just put them in.
Turn it to the
That way?
or just a little bit, yeah. That's right.
Getting behind this thing, you're going to push and pull. So as we come up, we
Hear our neighbor's rooster? Our rooster and that rooster kind of have little conversations going on. You're getting ready to buy an older Beetle. Well, good for you. That's fantastic. What year, what model are you looking?
There you go.
Like an older, like an oval? You want a split? What are you looking at? Does it have any engine modifications?
No, it is a stock 1600, a little bit of head work, and it's got a set built Delordo specifically for it, built by Mark Harney.
Mark Harney. Little shout out to Mark.
Good.
HP? What's our horsepower here?
From the factory, this motor was rated at 63 horsepower. Okay, go ahead and have him put the trailer away, put the truck back up front, pull both of those batteries, get them up on the charger, and then we'll have him look at that after we got fully charged batteries.
Do you want me to go ahead and get that truck today?
What?
You want me to go ahead and get the truck?
Oh, yeah. So just leave this hooked up. Just leave this here and hooked up.
And your orange juice, which is on the back fender.
And orange juice.
How much can you obtain reliably?
Well, there seems to be a horsepower to time ratio.
Okay.
So you have a certain number of horsepower over a length of time. You can increase the horsepower and shorten your time, or you can decrease your horsepower and lengthen your time. So,
Kind of like a cheetah?
sort of. In order to get around that, we are doing Type 2 conversions, which is the bus uprights, which we can comfortably punch out to about 2,200, 2,300 cc's. Makes about 130, 140 horsepower reliably. So, and if you really want to get crazy, you can do a Subaru, but we don't do that here.
So there you have it. Oh, you're welcome. They said thanks.
Oh.
So now what are you working on today?
We're to get this back in. We've got a couple odds and ends we need to finish up on this. Ann's got about 5 pieces to finish on the interior, and then we'll install that. Otherwise, I am working on Caden's bug, Willie. In fact, we can go in and look at that if you want.
Yeah. Look at this tool bench. Very good car. You have the same? Really? You have a 1959. You got a 59 ragtop Beetle?
We like 59s.
That's awesome.
Got the big little windows.
The big little window.
So this is Caden's bug, and if you're not aware who Caden was, he was a sweet little 6-year-old who had a love of VWs. His dad, great guy. He was a early water-cooled guy. He liked the rabbits and the MK1s and stuff like that. But Caden wanted a bug, so about the age of 4.5, 5, they started finding a bug for him. And they bought this, and this was Caden and his dad were going to put this together and do this. And then Caden, about the age of 6, he ended up dying much too young. So his parents brought us this car and said, please do Caden proud. So meet Willie.
Willie the bug.
So this is what I'm working on today. It's taken a hit about here through here.
Oh yeah, you guys should check out, there's a video before this one about shrinking metal. So you can see.
What has happened here is that the metal has been stretched here and here on this cross plane. And so what we're doing is we're unstretching it. We're basically shrinking it back down and getting it back in form. So the only thing really left, this was about 1/2 inch deep here. This original seam line ran through all the way through here. And then it was in here. There was two hits, one here and one here. I'm not quite sure what hit it. We think it was a truck bumper. Didn't cause any damage or any bowing anywhere else but the fender. So we think it was about a 2 mile an hour bump, but it was still enough to cause some issues.
And that's the only real damage on the
Yeah, there's a
body,
little bit
right?
of rust. There's some dents up front from like parking lot curb tire stop thingies, but we'll just beat those out. That's not that big of a deal.
Nobody tried going off-road.
No. Body's not twisted.
Or going through a snowbank.
And then somebody tapped the rear end here. So we actually have another one, and we're going to replace it, and we're going to do something cool because we think Caden would think it was cool because that's the whole thing of the build. We're going to do a removable rear apron, like a race car.
Oh.
And that way he can, that way Dad can actually change the motor out, and it's a lot easier to get in and out, and you don't have to fight with the car so much.
Like if you're at the pit?
Yeah, if you're at the pit and you need to change out your engine.
You don't have a whole lot of time on the pit.
You don't. You got turn times of usually less than a half an hour.
Right.
So usually they're running 3 different motors at the drag strips.
Oh, I think Caden would love that.
I think he would too. So that's why we're going to do a removable rear apron because Caden would think it would be cool.
Yeah.
His dad doesn't know it until he watches this.
Oh, little support.
But
Spoiler.
we got a little bit of carte blanche to do some cool stuff. So.
Cool.
It's actually going to end up being a little less work than we're doing a normal replacement on this, so it ends up saving the client some time, which ends up saving the client some money. And there's a coolness factor too.
Absolutely.
So
what else are you going to do today to this?
Mostly body work.
So more shrinking metal? Or?
More shrinking metal, and once I get done with this rear quarter panel, I've got to move up into the front apron. I've got a indentation about yay far I've got to bring back into line.
Let's see.
Sure. And then there's a rip up here as well. And then I'll start getting into this fender. And this is usually what it starts with. I don't know if you can really see
Let's see if we can
in
get that.
3D how lumpy this is. Maybe if you take it and then...
Oh yeah, there we go. You guys can see the dimpling in that.
So somebody had actually started to repair this, and they got it good enough for filler, and then they just fillered the heck out of it. And they did a fairly decent job. I mean, this is body shop stuff. This was probably done in the 70s or 80s at some collision place. So it's well within that industry standard.
But how's that compare to?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And then this one, we got pretty much the same thing going on.
Let's see.
We've got some parking lot dings and stuff, so
Some oopsies.
that's all that metal work.
And you said there's a tear?
What we do is we'll tape off sections. Yeah, it's not even really a tear. We got 2 rust holes here. The tear is back there. I already took care of that. But there's a lump right here, and you can kind of see it. See that ridge? So anyway, that's got to pop down about ½ an inch, and that should be it on that. We've got a little bit of welding to do here and there, and that's about it. And it's going to go into rough filler, high build, and get moving right along.
Nice.
I get back to work. You guys enjoy the rest of your tour of your shop. So you can either follow me or you can go wander around. See ya.
Let's go see what else is in here today. Oh, that here. This is Ron's double cab, RDC. I think out of rotation for this week. Oh yes, then we got Betty Bus. What are they doing?
We are setting up rotisserie.
So you guys have been to the grocery store and seen rotisserie chicken, but this is not quite as tasty. And
One big chicken.
one really big chicken named Betty Bus. So this enables them to actually turn the bus on its side, which is like pretty cool. Makes it a lot easier to work on. Oh, we have a Roger sighting. Let's see if we can get him. He's hard to get on film. Morning, Roger.
Morning.
Happy Monday. Say that again.
Are you saying it's going to be a happy Monday whether I want it to be or not?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're forcing this upon me.
Well, it's an option.
Yeah, maybe I've had 68 good Mondays in a row and I'm ready for a really
little
bad
shake it up,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Well, the bad part would not have come from the alignment. They did well.
Yeah, I followed it back.
Good.
run above the school.
Oh gosh, yeah. Are they at the same school now?
No. It usually gets a ride, but she ever slow.
Oh. So it's a Monday already.
Yep.
Alright, well that's Betty Bus on the rotisserie. Check out. They've got a lot of work here. This is what most of the vehicles look like when they come in. Caden's Bug Willie is in extraordinarily good shape compared to a lot of stuff that comes in. This will be a gorgeous
We've got
ride.
that spare battery in the truck.
This is about like most vehicles come in, right? Like this amount of rust.
This is on the heavier side of rust.
Yeah.
We typically see a lot of cars like this. I would say probably at least 30% of our workload involves major rust repair. Usually the lower 9 inches of the car. And it's just, it's par for the course. This one actually came out of New York. So for a car out of New York, it's really not in that bad shape.
Yeah, because they get a lot of salt on
A
those.
lot of salt. And you got to remember, this is, 1960, and here we are in 2016. So, it's 56 years old.
Yep.
It's had some life, and these never really started out as passenger vehicles and cherished possessions. These were workhorses, and to even see one, even in this shape, is incredible. They're not that much. They got eaten and chewed and spit out and put to the wrecking yard. So it was kind of fun.
Very cool.
Very cool.
All right, we'll check in again tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.